Good evening, fellow traders. What's going on? It's the Wolf. Welcome to the Wolf Den Trader Takeaways. I'm the host, Wolf, baby. So we got another day today, summer trading. Hopefully everyone stayed safe, traded your plan, didn't get too sloppy, right? The setups aren't there, you don't trade them. I wish I could say that happened to me. We got a little loose on MBOT, low volume grind, but we also traded TRNX, CHMA, RLGY. And with that, let's just go ahead and roll to executions. Rebecca, thank you so much. Now, let's start with TRNX. Now, TRNX was a sub $1 aggressive pricing play. We traded it yesterday, and we hung on to some shares. Excuse me, looking for that fade. Oh, also, now, if you're noticing that we we got that 1080 for you, baby. So now we can really see in high def clarity the types of mistakes that we're making. Now we can really improve. We want to get that high def improvement. So if you haven't switched over to 1080, knock it out. All right, now here we go. Aggressive pricing, like I said, I had about a 54, 55 cent average. So once we popped up pre-market here, you know, before 8 a.m., I had some orders out and I leaned into some strength. Now, let's take a look at what gave me the confidence to lean in. So we got the trash of all trash, $2,800, 2.5 years ago. Grandma put all her money into it. We're trading at 0.518 today. So I believe we probably have some more downside continuation coming. I don't even want to zoom in on this. It'll take 20 minutes. We need microscopes to zoom in on that chart. Now let's get back to TRNX. Here's the news. They had some 8 a.m., partnership with Holiday Inn Finance or franchise. It's 30.4 million shares. The market cap at the close today is 16 million. So with that, let's just zoom in on executions. Today's going to be a short recap, guys. There wasn't too much going on, but we want to show our trades every day. So here we go. We're just adding in, and now I wasn't sized in large enough to scalp this for 5 cents. I mean, I'm not an aggressive price trader. I'm just working on that strategy, but I want percentages out of this move. First target is 48 cents, and I got a 54 cent average. So I still want like 10, 12 cents, even though it's a sub $1 stock, but we're continuing to improve on that. I did trim the position here, 51 cents, and I was using like 10,000th and 1,000th pricing, so I am getting a little bit more familiar with the aggressive pricing, but basically just leaning in up here at 55 area and just selling down at 50s. I'm still holding. I sold. This is 1/6 of a trim. Here's another 6, so I'm still holding out. Now MBOT was we got a loser. It's always good when we have a loser. We want to spend time on it. Now MBOT, let's take a look at the higher time frame on that as well. Over to the Jumbotron. This thing's massive. So MBOT, this is what gave me the confidence to not size in, small size, but just to trade it. Now look, I noticed that we had a 1-for-9 reverse split, on 11/28/16, and then we're just straight. Then we fade, and now we're just in this massive sideways consolidation, letting the 200 EMA get on top of us. But we do want to zoom in on this one, even though it's trading $400, 3 Christmases ago. So let's enhance. Now, here's the volume distribution. Now we have a majority of the channel right here at 746 to 11 or 1060. So I know that there is a decent amount of resistance here, and we also have technical resistance right here at 750. So we gapped up, we popped up from like 550 into 750, and I thought that was going to be enough to hold this thing down. So many reasons not to enter this trade. They had news out early in the morning. Let me just pull it. They're hitting news at like 7:30 in the morning. Patent was approved with Israel or something like that. So 7:30 in the morning is right here, right? They got a tiny pop, and then they pushed it all the way down into that fantastic news, right? Just to trigger the SSR, right? So this thing came down 10% from yesterday's close, trigger SSR, And then that should have been enough for me to know that this is a no trade. But there wasn't much going on, and I'm just being honest with you guys. I wanted to get in the mix. I wanted to wrestle around with some order flow. It's what we do every day. We need to understand that when the setups aren't there, we just don't jump in. So this is relatively small size. This is like a C or even a D setup. This shouldn't even be traded. So I'm just throwing a starter in a couple ads here. 594 average, and then I'm waiting for the backside. I like this wick. How much volume was right here? This is only like 2,200 shares. I mean, there's not enough liquidity to play this. We need a larger baseline volume than that. I mean, this play had about 3,000 per 1 minute candle baseline volume. We need like 15 to 20. You know, we really want more than that, especially in the morning. I mean, look at this. This is red flags everywhere, and we're identifying these red flags in high def. But at least I put a little bit more size in on the backside. 597. Just not wanting to trim. I show targets in the room. I snapshot this, put this in the main room, right? We learn more from our losers than we do from our winners. I wanted to trim at like 5 or 657, just being stubborn right here. Small size trade. I'm in some large profitable swing trades, which I'll show you next, but minimal loss on this. I had a 726 stop. And the spread on this, another reason why this is a no trade, 726 right here. And of course, these guys are just manipulating low volume. They can do what they want, basically. And they triggered. They basically, there was 724, 725. There was some offer. There was some offers stacking right there, small relative, right? I mean, here's a volume. Here's the squeeze right here, that little tiny squeeze. But that got me. But they popped. Once they popped past 725 and they triggered the 726 to 727, 728 stops, they snap the offer up. Now this is what they do, right? So they trigger and then they widen. And when that happens, they can basically molest your trigger. So they're molesting our stop market triggers, right? And they took an extra 10 cents from me. They just stole it from me. And then that was a 75% stop. And then 25% trader discretion, and I just took it off. I was just disgusted, took it off, and I'm glad that I top ticked the exit on the stop because I want to feel as much pain as I can off this, right? I'm going to print this out. I'm going to take it to Home Depot and turn it into wallpaper for the bathroom. I want to look at this thing every day. It's rare that we have losers, and that's okay. So when we do have them, we want to look at them, right? We're not going to shove this one under the carpet. We're going to stare at it all day long. I might get it printed on my pillowcase. CHMA. Now CHMA was the monster yesterday. The monster squeeze, right? The teleportation candle. Some guys in the room talking about this bad boy. Now remember this push right here yesterday. It was like a $2 candle and like it was a 26% non-halt push. We traded this all day yesterday, and I built a position. Here's my average from yesterday at 823.4. Correction, 824.3, right? We fight for price. We fight for averages every day. So I'm going to give you the correct average. So that's my average. And then I trimmed 23% of the position off at 773 and 772 yesterday. And now I left my targets. All my targets were set yesterday in the after hours, right? Once the bell rings, ding, 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 it's time to go to work. And that's what we did. We set targets. We go over the runners. We go over the fundamentals. We talk to guys in the room. If you guys aren't in Wolf Trading, there's 9 seats left. There was 9 seats, but a couple guys joined. But we want 100 members in the room. And I took away the bots, right? There's 4 bots in the room. I'm not going to count those. So technically, we're going to get 104 members, 4 of them being robots. But once we get 100 people, we're cutting the open enrollment, and then we're going to really start that Wolfpack mentality, and we're going to have more private videos, and the education is just going to be off the chain. So if you're interested in something like that, give us a look, man. Congratulations to the future 100th member. Lucky day. All right, so here we go. We're just taking profit right here where I wanted to at the 737. Let's take a look on the jumbo CHMA. So here's my lines, right? Now, this is a bull chart, but there's some fundamental reasoning behind this. I don't want to get into all that, but there's 5 large players involved in this, and we have a strong thesis as to why this chart is pushed from $4. But without that right here, we believe that these guys got in. But anyway, let's look at the channel. Excuse me. So here's the channels, right? The bright white is a secondary consolidation channel. Now the candles are for rookies, right? I want to know where the volume is, right? The volume deposits on the higher time frame chart is the integrity of the chart, right? So if I'm going to interrogate somebody, I'll look at the candles, right? But if I want to know the truth, I'm going to slap that liar detector test on. And that's what this is. We're taking a look at the lie detector, right? You can't fake the volume. Low volume days, you can have all the technical manipulation you want, but I'm just interested in this, right? So here's our channel. Let's enhance, right? Let's drop the pants. Let's really take a look at this because we got time today. 737. Now look at this cliff, this volume cliff right here, and then look up top, 810. Now majority of this volume was deposited yesterday. Yesterday this string traded, I forget, but it was 25, 35 million. Let me just check. I got the chart. Yesterday it traded 19.1 million. Today it traded 1.8. So we're trading 10%, right? So we're trading 10% of yesterday's volume. Now we didn't really get into yesterday's resistance, but always compare how much volume the day prior in comparison to the baseline volume of the current intraday, and that's going to give you an idea of the potential resistance overhead. Now, if you don't understand that, hop in the Wolf Trading Discord room. We'd love to go over it with you. So again, back here at the volume profile, we're really zooming in on this bad boy. We have a level here at 810, right? 782 to 737. This was a major line, right? Once this cracked right here, I had a majority of the targets out, 737 to 744. Let's take a look actually at executions. So we started pulling 744. Man, gotta love that high def. You guys can actually read the numbers. Boom, 744, right? 738, 732. You know, I'm taking this thing down all day. 670s. We got a partial fill right here at 644. We wanted 500 shares. We got 300. So we partial filled, bottom tick that bad boy today. We're proud of that, right? That comes in from this 644. Now, how did I get 644? You better believe I got that marked. Bright white 636 is going to start a new consolidation right here, right? Now look at the consolidation in comparison to this one. All right, now we're giving HTF volume profile lessons for free to our members, because we want to strengthen the wolf pack. We want to have 100 of the most talented traders on Discord, right? That's what we want, and that's what we're building. We're working every day for this. We got 9 seats left. Taking massive profit here, sitting on top of that 737 line right here. This is where the majority of my profit is, right? And then I'm not touching this thing. I'm letting it come down to the next levels, right? We're just going to use levels. I don't just throw these triangles at this chart. We want to know where the possibility of a reversal. And look at this flush we got right here. So this flush comes down, I'm catching it. Now I'm not touching these targets. I'm trading other things. You know, I noticed that I get filled off of my orders, basically, when they get filled. Oh, side note, 95% of today's liquidity was passive liquidity, mainly because of this, right? And then, as we said, here's that bottom tick partial fill, ding, 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 644. Man, what a day. This is a trade of the week. I mean, we're trading this from an 824 average, taking 644. See ya. And we're looking for lower. We want that low price. Here's what we got left. We're trying to take this thing down to 575. 577. We got the last 500 sitting down there from 824. Man, it's a beautiful day. RLGY. All right, guys, RLGY, another one. We're just taking profit, right? So we traded this yesterday, and I didn't even cover. I built a position on it yesterday. My average was 632. Let's double check. My deepest apologies. It's 632, 667, right? Because we fight for price. So built this position, and I have a strong, it's not even a conviction, right? We do fundamental analysis. We understand the manipulation level. We want to know who's involved, the large players. And once we put together, and then the order flow, we get conviction through the tape time in sales. Once we put all this together, we have the odds in our favor that this is going to gap down. So yesterday I didn't even take any profit. All I did was build that core position and I waited. And here's what happened in the after hours, just giving me a little bit more strength, right? I go to bed, put my head down on my pillow, I have nice dreams, I wake up, we get a little push, and I welcome the strength. Now look where it pushed, basically right back to my average. I wanted it just a little bit higher because I wanted into true short-term micro resistance. Basically, I would have added more. I just wanted it higher, right? Even though we're in a short position, there are times when it's okay to welcome in strength. We need the strength to get the range. We need the range to get paid, and that's what it's all about. We want to get paid. Now, talking about getting paid, let's talk about this bottom tick after hour target. We took some off, 1/6 of the position. I only took off 1/6 of the position off at 556 from a 632 average. And those two swings, right? And those two swings made my day. Now I'm still carrying a large unrealized profit, massive unrealized, but we're gonna take this to where it needs to go. We're gonna take it down. We're gonna take it to fair value, right? And speaking of fair value, let's go to the Wolf Den. Now in the Wolf trading Discord room, this is AKA the weapons room. We're going to look and see what ran today, what's going to be on radar for tomorrow. Real quick, shout out to the new guys. We had some new guys join, and some of the guys are even just jumping on these new members-only videos, studying up on the order flow. We have an order flow dynamic series that we're coming out with. We have a volume profile and level series, and we're excited. You can hear it in my voice. This thing is going to get ready to kick off, and we're going to take 100 of the most talented traders you've ever seen, and we're going to form that wolf pack mentality. We're pumped. We are pumped. OBLN. This was that double top dollar fade. 40% just giving it up. This is just somebody's just making a little bit extra money on this right here. This is large players or manipulation. This is just somebody's playground. OBLN, a bank's playground yesterday and today. Excuse me, JNCE. JNCE was a nice little after hours push, and I think that was to get on top of some radars and stuff like that. Very, very speculative what I'm about to tell you, but when these push in low liquidity time frames, like after hours or early in pre-market when there's no liquidity overhead, they can do that just to get on scanners like it is now. Like we're talking about this stock right now because of this one candle. Right, so that could have attracted more buyers, and then that could have ultimately led into a larger player to sell into that, right? These large players need to create liquidity. RLGY, like we said, here's the fade day 2. We're still holding a position on that, as I mentioned. 632, 667 average. We're looking for those low prices. Now HOME is a little bit different, right? This is a little outside of the niche, but it does have a nice higher time frame chart. It is downtrending, and we like the higher time frame downtrend with short-term strength, and that's the combo that we have right here. I'm just paying attention to this volume that came in. This could possibly be agenda volume, but we did put it in the room, so this will be on watch. DMPI, shout out to the Wolf Pack. A lot of guys in the room were just destroying this thing. We had guys hopping in front side. We had guys hopping in backside. We had guys just taking this thing all the way home. Congratulations to the guys who caught this. I did not catch it. I was stalking it during the morning, but I didn't want to build too many positions today. Pre-market was very, very slow, and I kind of just wanted like an easy unwind day. And then I hopped in an MBOT, sideways action. It just real slow today, trying to stay away. I'm trying not to overtrade on these types of days. NVTR, look at this strength. Not a lot of volume, a couple million, but definitely if we can get another leg, it would be nice, right? We always want to know what's going on in small caps when it comes to strength. ACHN, day 2 strength. Now here's a nice retracement. First thing I want to know is what's the retracement percentage right here? Right, and then I want to know, did it retake? Did it reclaim higher days? Excuse me, is it making new highs? Right, it did not, but it's close. This could be considered a double top. We want to see what they're doing right now. I'm going to pull this up actually after this video is over. And with that being said, one more shout out to the new guys. And you guys enjoy your day. Enjoy this high def video. Hope you guys learned from something, and we'll see you next time.